What's up, guys? I'm Tahir Moore.
I'm Patrick Cloud.
And this is another episode of Damn Internet, You Scary.
Yeah.
Welcome back. We're in the studio.
We in
No
the
guests
stu.
today. It's just the OGs, you know what I'm saying? Having a good time.
We match.
I know, right?
I didn't notice till just now.
Yeah, it's the funeral because YouTube money is dying.
Woo! Yeah.
What a difference 2 years makes, man.
Twitch just dropped some headline. I forget. I was watching Gary Vee talk about it, but he was basically talking about how apps come and go, and what smart creators have been doing is they get in early, get the bag, and then dip.
Yeah.
Whereas there's a lot of people, he said, like himself included. I think I'm like this. Some people just try to hunker down and go for the long run, the long run build. But a lot of these places, it's just they're not going to be around together. You be thinking
apps are the new stocks, bro. It is literally that, and YouTube is one of the oldest, which is crazy to say because it's not even over 30 years old. But YouTube is like AT&T, Southwestern Bell. It's like one of those long running stocks, and you hoping for the best right now. But man, it's the scary hours right now, man. These ads ain't popping like the views are down across the board.
Crazy.
I used to be getting 70,000 on Zooming with the homies. Now I'd be lucky to break 10,000.
It's crazy. You know what? I also hear that a lot of videos aren't slipping into the algorithm, and people are checking their. People who are randomly having spikes of growth, they'll check their analytics and they'll see some ridiculous number like 85 to 90% of their viewers were from recommended and like 10 were from people just coming to their page. I was thinking like, okay, I want people to just come to my page every now and then. It don't work like that no more. You got to slip into that algorithm.
It's crazy. Now let me find out that people are paying to get better placement on the
algorithm. Honestly, that makes sense. Because that's how it is with like Facebook ads and Instagram ads. They'll be like, "We'll promote it, but there's money tiers." I'm like, "How does that even work?"
I'm sick of it, bro. It's like every time we find a way to make some decent money that is not in the system of the 9-to-5 grind, it gets snatched away from us. And it's so frustrating because it's like you want to promote independence, you want to promote entrepreneurship, you want to promote being your own person and free thinking, and then it gets to a point where it's like, oh, shit, what am I going to do?
I mean, to play devil's advocate, we are part of the problem because no one wants to watch ads. So as further we get away from people wanting to see ads, the further we get away from the money.
I hate ads. I will go through extreme lengths to get around them, but then I ask people to watch mine.
And here's the thing, that's like when YouTube gives us the option to do it, right? Not just skip it, but buy premium so you don't even have ads. It's like, bro, if you're going to penalize me for your invention?
I never thought about that.
Yeah.
'Cause, I mean, that's more what they care about. If they're racking it up on the subscriptions and you're getting less because people are skipping the ads, that's better for them either way. They're like, we don't care.
Shit.
You got to just be Mr. Beast or don't do it at all. Bro, I don't even know if that was on this show. I checked his channel and he got like 50 million views in 2 days.
Yeah, we did that last
That was on
episode.
this channel.
Man,
I can't imagine. But I don't know. I've never had a job in commissions, so I've never, because like commissions, like what you get at the end of the month is based on how well you do, right?
Essentially, if you do well, you're supposed to get more because people are.
Yeah, you're supposed to get a percentage of your sales. And then there's a baseline. So like when I worked at CarMax, I had a base pay every 2 weeks versus how many cars I sold. So it's crazy because CarMax sells in one day typically what car dealerships sell in a month, right? So a car dealership may only move
cranking.
Yeah, they may only move 8 to 15 cars a month.
In
typically.
A regular one.
Yeah, a regular traditional car dealership. CarMax does on a regular 15 to 20 a day, depending on the location.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, and that's why dealership prices are typically inflated, and there's a lot of those extra fees in that because they need to make more money because they're not selling as many cars per month.
But that's also why they have the wiggle room to negotiate with you and make you say, all right, well, I can take $2,000 off. CarMax has no negotiation.
Right.
The sticker price is what it is. There's no wiggle room. There's nobody running back to the back room talking to the manager. But you get so if you sold 4 cars in that 2 week span, then you would get a commission off of those 4 cars. Now, if I remember correctly, the commission was only like $250
for a car
per
Not even how much it is. Not if the car is
It
100K
is not.
or
It is not a
ads.
percentage.
And
of
that's
it.
CarMax.
That was CarMax.
But
And then-
dealerships is a percentage of the car.
Yes. Because CarMax would get $250 off of each sale, unless you got them to sign up for like the extended care policy and all of that type of shit. And then if they came in for an appraisal and they actually sold the car to CarMax, you would get $75 per appraisal.
That's still like nothing.
That's still nothing.
That's
You got to think
crazy.
about like that means you have to move in 2 weeks to be cool. You got to move 10 plus cars, or you have to do 45 appraisals, and they have to sell.
Yeah, and they have to sell too.
And appraisals take hour or more depending on how crowded they are.
I'm not. My social battery ain't good enough.
An appraisal only lasts for 7 days, then they have to come back. So sometimes people are like, all right, I'm thinking about it and come back. If they come back on the 8th day, they got to go through the process all over again.
I thought when you sold the car, you were like good for the month because of how hard it was.
Man.
That's crazy.
It is very difficult to do nowadays to figure out a not even a hustle, just a way to stay above water at this point, man. That's why I'm not gonna hold y'all. Y'all know I don't know a whole lot about sports ball. I do not, okay? But with the last couple weeks, your boy has been going to Sports Center. I've been going and reading online on Yahoo Sports, on Google and everything, trying to get more knowledge on this, because I signed up with Priz Picks and I was like, I got to get a little extra money in it. Okay, so for those that don't know, Priz Pick is the ultimate DFS, which is daily fantasy sports platform in North America. All right, and they are easily the most exciting way to play DFS. It's just you against the numbers, which I don't. That's what I prefer. All right, a lot of these daily fantasy sports platforms, you're going against 1,000 people, 100 people on one bet, and all of these people have been following sports all their life. They know how to call. They call them plays before the players even. I'm not that good. I'm a beginner. I'm a novice in this, okay? All I have is Sports Center and Yahoo Sports. Like, that's all I got. So for somebody like me, this is amazing because you pick more than or less than on 2 to 6 players and their stat projections, and you watch the winnings roll in, okay? And by that, I mean, like, the last one I picked with the basketball season back up, I was like Steph Curry for more than 29 points and Jokic for more than 10 rebounds. That right there, that's all I'm doing. That's about as much as I know, and I'm just basing that off of the previous 2 games that they did and Steph being Steph, okay? That's all I got. So I rock with them because they make it so much easier than other platforms, and it's actually pretty fun. I ain't betting a whole lot of money, but winning up to 25 times my money this football season, basketball season's about to hit back. This is the perfect time to get at this. And you get to play alongside some of Priz Picks celebrity community members. Meek Mill is one of the bigger members. He's a rapper. Obviously, he's in Priz Picks. Also, comedian Andrew Schultz. You can now find them in community plays under the promos tab of the app. You get to view the entries and some of the biggest names in the Priz Picks community. So this is a way for you to feel like you're rubbing elbows with the rich and famous, but also make your money at the same time without losing too much money, all right? And again, it's the easiest way because you're only picking 2 to 6 players, and you're only betting the more than or less than on their performance, on their projected stats, all right? Which is easy to do. It takes. Y'all know I ain't gonna do a whole lot of work on something I ain't know. I'm not going to do a whole lot of work. So this is easy for me to do. So I suggest you guys, if you're looking to jump into the DFS and learn a little bit more about it and make a little extra money, go to prizepicks.com/DIYS. Use the code DIYS for a first deposit match up to $100. So you put $100, they're going to match you up to that $100. Again, go to prizepicks.com/DIYS. Use the code DIYS for a first deposit match up to $100. All right? Priz Pick. It is the daily fantasy sports made easy. Let's go.
Now, speaking of sports ball, did you see Druski do the 50-yard dash?
Hey, yo.
Damn.
Is it real? You never know with Druski, right?
It's so
he's
tough.
he's the ultimate entertainer,
Right.
ultimate performer, and he has ways of like building these narratives in such a way you never see. He's almost like a magician.
Yeah.
You don't know if it's real or not. You don't know if it's magic. You just like, but this is good, right?
This is one of the better ones.
Yeah,
too.
and with the CCTV with no audio, you're left to assume what happened before.
But that's the
what
thing. There
transpired
was
after.
audio, which is why I'm like, how does it have audio?
Mm,
You hear him going like, whoa, 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 wait, and go, 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 go. Like,
oh yeah, you do.
You
I
hear
forgot
that.
about
So it is a little like, but here's why this is such. If this is fake, this would be. Oh, that's exactly what I thought it was. That's a fingernail. All right, that's pretty gross. If the reason why I feel like it could be real is because it seems like Birdman wouldn't do this.
You never know though.
You never really never know.
They could have another YMCMB record coming out. It could be the compilation. It could be anything. It could just be his way of staying relevant. Druski might have dropped the bag on it. Like
I've never seen Birdman do anything funny.
Here's the thing. Unintentionally funny was the Breakfast Club interview.
But why it was funny was because he was dead ass serious.
Yeah.
Even afterwards, when it was like, this is funny, he
All three
he
of
was
y'all.
dead serious. And when you think about the history of Birdman and like those old videos of Cash Money when Lil Wayne was a kid and Birdman was already rich, it's like, damn, y'all ain't got no records out. It's like, oh, okay, he's for show in them streets, like as a boss.
Right.
So if you were Birdman and you came from that environment and you didn't get the joke,
Yeah.
it does kind of seem like Druski is like trying to take
Troll
his
him.
shit.
But I can't see Birdman going there doing that himself. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're
Yeah.
a boss,
Yeah.
you call somebody, you send somebody to do something like that.
Birdman
You're
didn't-
never at the scene of the crime. Like he was already supposed to be at the Breakfast Club, right? He already had an interview. So that makes sense that he was there, and it makes sense that he tried to set them straight before they got the interview started. Like,
Right.
don't say nothing stupid, right? But this, like, Birdman don't live in LA, I don't think. So he came out here for the sole purpose of checking Druski, and it's Druski. It's not like, you know, it's Pusha T or somebody like that.
Right.
He sat back and let all the Pusha T stuff go and all the other stuff that Drake has had beef with, the other rappers and stuff like that, and he put up on Druski. You get no points for intimidating or punking a comedian.
Right, but if you actually think, because Druski is like going up to people like Wayne and Drake and trying to get them to sign to Coulda Been. It's the same logo. He's basically doing a parody of Birdman by not paying him and putting him in 360s. So
Yeah.
like, if the wrong person explained to you what he was doing, like I feel like there's a bigger part of me that feels like it could be real than the normal video that's people don't know, you know, just because it's like you saw him join into the Instagram live, like.
Yeah.
That's when I was really just like, damn, I think this nigga Birdman might be serious. And I mean, it could have just been a thing where they were in LA at the same time, because he did mention like they were in Miami at the same time and he almost pulled up on him. So I don't know.
I don't know, man.
Now Druski's making actual money. This do seem like it could be like a little mafia shakedown.
Yeah. I think it's great entertainment. And I hope that's all it is.
I hope he don't get hurt.
Yeah, I hope it's not something
So random.
where, I mean, just in the past, I feel like Druski has been very forthcoming about like when something seriously happens or something like, or somebody stole something or, you know, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Most people, when something like that happens, they come out to like share their part of the story. Especially if they don't got a PR team. And Druski may have a PR team. I'm imagining he don't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
He probably does.
I don't know. You know what I mean? So I mean, either way though, it was a good addition to the weekend news.
Yeah, right? Because Coulda Been is a touring show now.
Yeah.
They're doing like arenas and shit. They're doing
Yeah.
crazy. So now that he's like actually making money off of it,
Yeah.
I feel like a part of me feels like it could be real. But I just hope he don't get touched. 'Cause
You're right.
That'd be so random. Like Druski.
Yeah.
I mean,
I respect Druski because he has such a unique lane
for sure.
to go between comedy and music, blend the two, get the respect from the comedians, get the respect from the music artists, and just did it his way.
Right.
And he's funny. Druski puts out like quality content, bro.
Quality skits.
The jail thing and the Hadoos B, all of that. Like he does it in a very unique and very original way. So shout out to Druski either way.
Shout out to Druski. Yeah. That's so random. So I mean, if you don't know what we're talking about, Birdman's goon snatched this nigga's chain on camera. It was even how it happened. Like if it were staged, they probably would have gone a little further than that. But he pretty much got it snatched, and then they all ran as a crew. But Birdman didn't even really chase him like that.
You see Birdman in the next scene, they just walk.
They're just like walking in a totally different direction.
We came when we said what we was gonna do, and there it is.
Was pretty
what would you do in a situation when three dudes are about to jump on you? What do you have a plan? Do you have an exit strategy? Do you have a go-to?
It depends on. I feel like there's different variables in that situation because if it's a robbery. More than half of the time, it's probably not worth it. Just give them the shit and get out safely.
But nah, these guys want to fight.
These guys want to fight. It's tough because it's like something like that was a lose-lose for Druski.
Yeah.
You know who that is. It's Birdman. He has a way bigger reach, money and goon-wise. So best case scenario, you win the fight, and then you're in a worse position.
Against three people?
For retaliation.
I don't think you're winning against three people.
Well, he had his people too.
Yeah. But I had three niggas about to jump me. I'm just saying, in this situation, just you against these three people.
Fighting three niggas at once isn't even the option if you are a ninja.
I'm getting naked. I'm stripping ass naked.
Well,
and
don't let them niggas be from prison.
Yeah,
them niggas fight naked a lot.
Hopefully they just street niggas, and I get ass naked, grab my dick with both hands. I'm like, all right, I'm slapping the first nigga in the face that come close, and hopefully that'll make the nigga. Hey, this nigga's crazy.
Hey, man, they might shoot you. You just keep making it worse and worse.
That's a good part. I forgot about the whole gun element. These niggas are usually packaged.
Druski leaving was the best thing he could do.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I mean, he's not even really getting clowned like that on the internet because he's a comedian. He's not even like, he never said he was like gonna put hands on Birdman. But let's say he defended himself and knocked Birdman out. That nigga would be done for.
Oh, yeah.
That nigga would be done for. So just get out of there.
That's when you would see all the other rappers that don't really fuck with Birdman coming up, and he sucked that nigga out, and I got my little homie. Y'all bet not do nothing to it. That's when you would see a lot of other, because there's only been a couple rappers who have spoken out against Birdman, and they've also done it in very...
Who?
Rick Ross. Rick Ross has spoke out against Birdman, paying Wayne, not paying DJ Khaled. You know what I'm saying? He's been one of the only vocal big rappers that have spoken out against that.
Right.
And I was like, respect.
And that was coming from a nigga with a lot of money. I feel like Rick Ross has like a pretty thick circle pause.
Hey, Rick Ross is on his Magic Johnson shit. He owns so much shit. Car washes, wing stops, and I think it's another restaurant. Like, because I was wondering, like, during the quarantine, he was buying a lot of cars. I'm like, where is this residual income coming from? Because he ain't putting the music out like that. He has a lot of franchises with the wing stops. And then
crazy.
I don't know what else. Real estate. I think he does real estate.
He's his whole thing was I'm a hustler. So I'm sure he has a whole bunch of like hidden shack endeavors. But you know, when someone like that comes out and defends other people, like he didn't pay Manny, he didn't pay him, he didn't pay, and he's listing people who they themselves didn't come out and say he didn't pay me. He's probably on some low key.
Gangsta shit.
High level gangsta shit. So I mean, Druski, good job, Druski.
And he's cool with Druski.
Who?
Ross. You know, you saw that video where they was in the boxing ring together and he was talking about his shorts. He was like, "What you got these shorts on?"
Nah.
So yeah, they. I mean, that was the video when Rick Ross was boxing in the gym. And niggas be doing all of that noise.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
Yeah, so I think
that was the
I'm
gonna eat it. Yeah. That one? Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
I didn't know he was with Druski in that video.
I saw a video where they was together. So, you know, hey, man, we gonna see. We're going to see how this pans out, man.
I didn't expect to see that on my timeline. Like, Druski getting robbed and them showing off the chains and stuff like that. Like, I don't know how that's going to work with the police.
Not a good look.
Because Birdman was actually in the video.
Yeah. That's why I think it might be staged. Because, like, something like that, if somebody, all it takes is one person reporting, and now they got to look into it.
Right. Which is, like, I don't know. That's the main thing that's just, like, would Birdman do that on camera that randomly? But,
yeah.
Whom knows? This nigga Academics is also in some trouble with some rappers.
Oh, God, bro.
Druski is like like unfairly getting picked on, but academics is in a lot of shit right now.
You know what? First, I wish I would have ate because just thinking about academics makes my head hurt. I did not eat today. I should have, and I have no excuse because I got Factor at home. I got tired of talking about it. I just went ahead and signed up for it. It's the holiday season. I know I ain't finna be cooking like that. I'm gonna be moving around, filming a lot more, going over people's houses. So Factor is a great way to get a nutritious and convenient meals, keep you energized for the jam-packed days, which I absolutely need. It's America's #1 ready-to-eat meal delivery service, and I'm gonna just keep it all the way funky. They gave me some stuff to say, but I'm gonna just keep it all the way funky with y'all. It is never frozen, okay? Factor comes to you chilled, you put it in a refrigerator, you heat it up for 2 minutes, and you enjoy a delicious, nutritious, flavorful meal. That is perfect for somebody like me. I can heat this up while I'm getting dressed, grab it on the way out of the house, and eat it in the car on the way to wherever I'm going, and it is fire. All right. I shared some with Cam one time when I brought up, I think it was the pork chops I shared with Cam.
So, yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I did not expect this to be as flavorful as it was. I was like, yeah, this probably made by, you know what I'm saying, some people that don't really be seasoned. This shit bang. You understand me? It is delicious. They got special occasion meals during the holidays right now, so you get to level up your gourmet plus options. They're prepared by chefs to perfection and ready to eat in record time. So, you know, when you're too busy running around to plan for lunch, Factor has you covered. Want lunch to go effortless, wholesome meals like grain bowls and salad toppers that are ready to eat when you are on the go or whatever. Now, I ain't rocking with that. That ain't what I'm here for. I want some hearty meals. I want something that's going to taste good. It ain't too heavy, but it's going to be delicious. So that's what I be doing, man. And I'm telling you, yo, if you looking for something like this, you need to check out Factor. You get to choose from over 35 weekly flavored packed, fresh, never frozen meals that support a healthy lifestyle and meet your meal preference. I promise you, if you try, you will not be disappointed. With the holidays coming up, if you're working more, trying to get a couple of extra hours for the family to make sure you got enough presents and all that. If you are doing that, just try it. You know what I'm saying? Try it, because right now we're giving you 50% off. All right? Head to factormeals.com/DIYS50 and use the code DIYS50 to get 50% off. That code is DIYS50 at factormeals.com/DIYS50 to get 50% off. I promise you, you won't regret it if you try it. You know what I'm saying? Just try it out. Prove me wrong. I promise you it's gonna be flavorful. I promise you it's gonna be delicious. You got so many options you could choose from. They got snacks with the snacks, the convenience snacks. They got over 45 options and add-ons to suit the various preferences and tastes. You can't beat that. It's options galore, baby. Try today, 50% off with factormeals.com/DIYS50 and use the code DIYS50 to get 50% off.
A. Shout out to Factor. So this nigga DJ Academics is in a pile of poop right now, and the most recent update is actually kind of crazy. So
I don't know if I've even seen the most recent. Let's
so
go.
I think we talked about academics leading up till now, right?
Yes.
Okay, so basically, academics has had a media-wise, he's been going up, right?
Mm-hmm.
But just relationship-wise, it's pretty rough. Like he started off reporting on
Complex?
Chicago. Like
Okay,
all the stuff and killings that was happening in Chicago, even though he didn't have a personal tie there. A lot of niggas from Chicago felt some type of way about that. Then he had a career sort of basically in hip-hop and giving very, very strong opinions. A lot of rappers, Lil Baby, Cardi, Glorilla, a lot of people just really don't like him, right?
Yeah.
And it's just been getting more and more to the point where a lot of people feel like he just kind of like teamed up with Tekashi because that was the other not liked person.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's kind of just struggling with his own respect level in hip hop. Recently, he's been accused of just picking on women and going after, just women rappers, all that kind of stuff. Specifically, Carisha from the City Girls. And he was just pretty much talking a whole bunch of shit about her. And then what blew it up was her gay friend, Saucy Santana, jumped in, said he wanted to fight him. And then it kind of became this gay versus straight thing. All these, like, homophobic people were backing academics.
Yeah.
A lot of people were back in Saucy. They were saying they wanted to fight, and they just had this huge back and forth, and then academics started crying. The most recent update is actually pretty crazy because now DJ Academics thinks that he was almost set up because Diddy invited him to a party in London. And Academics actually on camera said, fuck Carisha, Diddy ain't gonna do shit.
Diddy ain't gonna do shit.
Fuck Saucy. And I remember the last time he had a thing with Carisha, people think that Diddy reached out to him because he apologized the next day. Academics apologized the next day. But now Academics went online and basically said, I think Diddy tried to line me on some Tupac shit. Real talk, I think Diddy tried to Pac me. He said he got an invite to a party in London, which is weird after knowing he's been back and forth on social media with Young Miami and Saucy Santana. So he said, I heard about a back door, but this sounds like a front door type of thing. And then he tried to make it light, saying that he's going to show up and Saucy Santana was going to start twerking on him and stuff like that. But I think he's scared. I personally would be.
Yeah. Yes.
I wouldn't want to fight Saucy or be dealing with Diddy and his goons.
Listen,
so
I would much rather catch the fade with Saucy Santana than to trifle with Diddy.
Yeah.
Trifle with Diddy. This nigga made a whole group walk across a New York bridge for cheesecake because he know he could.
That's insane.
If he did that for views. Imagine what he would do for disrespect. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he got the money to do it. You niggas, listen.
The personality too.
Cam and Mason, all the rest of the niggas, they said they piece, but also they said that Diddy ain't the one to fuck with.
Yep.
Niggas talk a lot of trash, but Diddy ain't the one to fuck with like that. And this dude, listen, I have no personal beef with Academics. I don't like the way he carries himself. I have noticed that he does talk a lot of shit about female rappers more than male rappers. He was winning with Reginae Carter, Wayne's son, and now Carisha, and it's always something. And it's like, you have added nothing. Sometimes with the commentary from like NBA and NFL, those commentators, they've played the game before. They've been in the game. They know, the runs, the plays, all that type of stuff. Mm-hmm. Academic has no musical background. None. You got none. So you're just weighing your opinion on something that you are just a fan of, which is fine, but you talking big shit to not have the money along with some of these other people that can back theirs up. So
yeah, I mean, I feel like everybody feels a difference between like 50 Cent talking shit about people and Academics talking shit about people. Because 50 Cent, like, there's usually a reason behind it, and if there isn't, it's kind of like few and far between, as opposed to someone who kind of has like a career in it. And then Academics just doesn't seem like he would bring the same energy that 50 would.
Oh, he's definitely not.
So it's just like, if you're the shit talker, like a Charlemagne, when people get upset about Charlemagne, he's just like, my bad, like I'm just like the radio guy.
Yeah.
Academics kind of approaches it like he's like on some gangster shit.
Yeah.
Like I wish you would pull up to my headquarters.
What you gonna do? We all know Look, first of all, I don't even want to see him get his ass beat. Because I feel like it's gonna be so bad. It's gonna be that secondhand embarrassment shit. Like, I can't even look at this. Like, and people gonna be like, we all expect it to happen. I know a lot of us are probably surprised that it hasn't happened yet. But I feel like it's gonna be so bad that, like, I mean, they caught Tekashi at the gym that one time.
It took a long time.
It did.
He was skating.
But he moves with security. I'm sure he does. But he went to the gym and was super lax, and they caught him. So I'm not wishing it on it, but if it happens, nobody will be surprised, and nobody's thinking that he's gonna handle himself like that. When Erykah Badu called him Jerry Mouse from Tom and Jerry, first of all, I always thought he looked like an animal, but I couldn't picture it out. But like that was just spot on.
The fact she was trying to figure it out during the interview,
whole
she was
time.
just like,
"Who do you look like?" And then she said,
Jerry. And he was probably expecting like Jerry Seinfeld, like a human. Like Jerry from Tom and Jerry. That's who you look. And then that's when he realized she wasn't listening to anything he was saying.
The whole time I've been bugging her. The whole time, man.
Nah, it's a crazy situation. It's like you said, if this nigga Diddy is like doing that kind of crazy stuff, like making people cross the bridge. I remember when he was on Drink Champs, he was just like, I can't even imagine someone disrespecting me. Like it hasn't happened in a while. So that's That's really creepy to just be like, hey, what's up? Come to my party.
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm kind of beefing with everybody around you right
They
now.
wouldn't have let that boy out of that. He would have got 2 steps out of the airport before they beat the shit out of him.
I think that it would have been scarier, like them. He'd be at the party, probably just looking around, and then some dude would probably escort him into a weird room, and then Diddy's like on a swivel chair and turns around. Like that's what it seems like Diddy does. And the fact he's actually being investigated for murdering Tupac.
Man.
When did that happen? In
96.
96 is crazy. That was a long time ago for them to just now be like, I think Diddy. And it seems like a bunch of people in the industry already know it, but are just like, Diddy's scary. So academics is no Tupac. So I would be really, really scared.
He ain't even about that shit, bro.
I would be so scared.
Back in the days, motherfuckers, they make songs about it, but they also be in person talking tough and shit like that. Ak ain't never done that. He's only talked tough behind the camera. That's it. We ain't never seen no footage of him at events talking big shit, saying fuck this, fuck that, one or the other. But behind the camera, at the luxury and the comfort of his home, he's the toughest nigga on the internet.
He be drunk too.
Yeah, and it's crazy. Like this is the saddest shit I saw during this whole thing. He was upset and mad because he couldn't use homophobic slurs
when he
because
cried.
they would get canceled.
That was crazy.
Your vocabulary is so limited that you only thing that you have as a
Pretend like
defense
it's
is
okay.
to revert back to homophobic slurs as a defense. It's crazy to me. It's so much other shit that you could have said, but that's all you small minded. You don't, and that lets me know that that's a person that's playing checkers, not chess. You ain't looking at anything long term.
Well, I mean, I didn't know. Hippie just said, I don't know why I assumed Ak was also in London, but let's say he was in Jersey or wherever he is. Diddy invited him to the party in London. Like, I'll fly you to London just to be at this party. That's even scarier.
Never made it back.
I thought it was like, damn, like you're in the area. Come on, Ak.
It would have been on
Pull
some
up.
Princess Diana shit, like the car crashed in the tunnel type shit. I guarantee that nigga would have not made it back to the East Coast.
If someone who didn't like me was offering to fly me, probably private, overseas, that's a lot of money to get revenge.
I feel like Diddy would crash a plane. Diddy was like,
damn. That's an expensive get back.
Hey.
So you know you're not just getting jumped when you get there. You could have done that in the U.S. Like he was probably planning some diabolical shit.
Bro, Diddy's still getting money from All About the Benjamins. He's still getting money from
Damn.
Juicy. He's still getting money from Unbelievable, Ready to Die.
Damn, he's getting new money from All About the Benjamins with that TikTok sound.
Bro, like it's like, no, come on, bro. It's somewhere in the world that's probably still rocking Sean John. Like, yeah, this is the Diddy.
That nigga for sure had Sean John.
Cologne, records, shows.
What drink does he have besides Ciroc? De Leon is Jay-Z, right?
No, De Leon was here too, I thought. I think he...
Douce is Jay-Z.
Yeah, Jay-Z had the Douce.
How does this nigga have time to do stuff? People love his R&B album too. He has some slappers on there. You didn't like it?
Nah, it was like 3 songs for me.
That's what I heard. It's the
like
Justin
3
Bieber song, the SZA song, and
I was like,
something else.
It's okay. There was
People
a lot of
people
build up for kind of a
people are messing
letdown. I'll
with
be honest with you. I'm gonna be all the way honest. I was not super impressed with it.
Dropping an R&B album called Love and also trying to set up DJ Academics in the same few months. Crazy life. That nigga is that is a crazy life. He has like a Grand Theft Auto lifestyle. That shit is crazy.
Yeah. I mean, shit. Who gonna stop him?
That would be tight.
Who gonna stop
I kind
him?
of want to get to that level of like notoriety where I could just swivel in a chair with a cigar and somebody pillowcases under their back like, oh shit, it's Patrick. Yeah,
Hey.
fucked up.
A crime boss with locks, like always up in the bud. I don't know though.
Damn, it hasn't existed.
I don't know. I don't know if that's existing.
Maybe
like,
in Jamaica.
Yeah, but it'll be like the rap. It'll be like the roll. Yours is up
the
like
giant
your
rap.
bun looks fun. It looks like, hey man,
Like
it's
I
a
wouldn't
fun
do
bun.
shit.
Yeah, he be tied up and beating everything. He was like, you,
I'd be like-
man, let me the fuck out of here, bro. If I slap the shit out of you,
be like,
it gets so tough.
you selling drugs in my territory. That's fine. It's okay. Just ask next time. You kidnapped me for that? It's all right, man. You good.
Oh shit! Damn, bro, the fun bun.
Well, Prayers up for academics, because he's probably not going to be going to any parties.
He gonna have to stay in the house, man. This nigga quarantined himself for life.
Damn. And he actually recently just doubled down on the Tory Lanez thing, saying the truth ain't out yet, and also Meg Thee Stallion's new song is trash. That's just a random thing. He's like, also, let's go back a few months. Tory still is innocent, and fuck Meg Thee Stallion. Like, god damn. You don't want fans? You don't want followers?
Not the female audience, I guess.
That's insane. And now beefing with Saucy Santana is making his audience kind of steer towards like the he's like the Trump effect at this point. Like,
man, can you imagine
like,
him getting jumped by a group of like 6 big ass gay dudes and beat the dog shit? That would be crazy.
I can't imagine that.
Yeah. That nigga better get a deal with Postmates. You gonna be in the house forever.
You going against women and the LGBT community and Diddy? That's a crazy rappers, Diddy, LGBT community, women in general. Rough. Put the shovel down. Stop digging.
That's a deep hole already, my boy.
That is a deep ass hole. God damn.
Bless your little heart.
Bless your little heart act. Little act. What else we got on the Slater? Y'all ready for The Rock to be president or what?
The Rock was president, I might get into politics, bro.
Shit ain't real anymore. I'm so convinced that the U.S. is hilarious right now.
I feel like we're in that weird stage and we figured it out for the next couple years. It's just like, oh, let's try this. Maybe let's.
Oh my God.
He wouldn't be the first actor turned president. Even before Trump, who else was it?
Ronald Reagan.
Reagan was an actor.
Yeah.
Reagan was a huge
He was a big Western actor.
Yes.
Shut up.
Yes, and his wife was known for giving that mop up. So they was like, damn, we got the first lady in here. Let me go in and get this White
I heard
House
about
real
that.
quick. Yeah.
She was an actor too, right?
Yeah.
She was
known
giving
for
it up.
giving that yaka.
Damn.
But Reagan was a huge actor. And that lets you know, like, if they would take, and this is back in the day, they'd take Reagan, who knew nothing really about politics, as the leader of the free world. They're giving this man access codes to nuclear bombs. And all he knows is, that's a cut.
This nigga shot a fake gun on a set, and now he's running the country.
This nigga never even ran for, like, playing the president in a movie. He just...
Well, a nigga who wasn't born in America and barely can speak was our governor for a minute. Like, Arnold Schwarzenegger becoming a politician it seemed fake. And then Trump happened, and I'm like, what the hell is this real? And now they're considering, people are saying there's no chance, but people said that against Trump too.
Yeah, exactly.
So
if The Rock ran, I would vote for that nigga without hearing any of his policies.
Yeah, that's the problem. I think that I would too. I think I would too, and I think that's exactly how Trump.
I would go and get me a pickup truck. I would buy $10,000 worth of The Rock's tequila, and I would be like, America. I would turn into a racist if The Rock told me to.
Damn.
I'm like, I don't fuck with you niggers.
That's the scary part. Like, what if he does make it, and then we find out that we don't like The Rock? Maybe like wrestling and acting was his niche, but then he gets into office and screws black people over in the lower class. Like, it just becomes like a Trump situation, and we'll be like, damn, remember when we loved The Rock?
Right?
Remember Jumanji?
Yeah.
Remember the Brahma Bull?
But, yeah.
It seems to happen anytime someone gets into politics.
You say what?
It seems to happen anytime someone gets into politics.
Yeah.
What was I only know about this through jokes. It seems like people did not like the Reagan era.
No, he fucked over the whole country.
Yeah.
Dealing with it now.
Makes sense.
Trickle-down
His
economics.
wife, Nancy, ran the whole. Didn't she do?
So
Dare?
towards the end of she did Dare, but towards the end of his presidency, he was so. What did he had Alzheimer's or something like that?
Something like that.
He was so out of it that she was running basically the country, and he was just standing in front
Bro,
of
the
people.
Dare campaign
shaking
was
hands
the
and that.
biggest campaign of
the
propaganda.
war on drugs that he continued.
The war on drugs is absolutely ridiculous because
He was acting.
as everyone knows this. Like, ain't no black people flying no planes from Colombia with this pure uncut cocaine into the United States. We don't have the clearance. We don't have the inside people at the FAA. We ain't doing that shit. So the whole war on drugs was ridiculous because they focused on black neighborhoods. But bitch,
Right.
how you think they getting there?
Right. CIA.
We ain't got the fucking trucks to pick this ship up from a private fucking airport and bringing it into. why is the war, nigga? The war is in the sky.
If you supply it, then niggas have it. Then you bust them, get the drugs, put them in evidence, give them back to the cartel.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know if that happens. I don't think that happened. I always wondered about that, like the drugs and the guns and all that stuff that's just in evidence. Like, people, you think that just be really staying there?
Well, it doesn't stay there. Typically, the drugs they destroy.
After it's been after they
destroy.
intake it and they process it, and once the case supposedly is closed and over, they dispose of it, like they incinerate it. So it's
you can make a copy, like just a bunch of like dishwashing whatever that white stuff is, and then just burn that on camera and keep all the drugs.
I mean, there's definitely been corruption inside. It would not be the first time. There's been tons of instances where cops have been known to like do that type of.
Given the
shit.
CIA is one of the biggest drug runners that we know of, they probably take a lot of it and use it for their own operations.
Snowfall. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I knew it. That's crazy to elect somebody who's already good at lying on camera.
Mm-hmm.
Like
for
professional.
professional.
As an actor,
an actor, just to like, say this and say this, say this. It's like, I got you.
Because when,
that was
they're
my job
crying
last
or when
time.
they're sad about something, how do we really know that they're
right?
they're
The emotion, the delivery, like that's literally like your new script is to the UN. Like, all right, this was my job before.
Lying, deceitful ass actors. That's why I lie so much. I'm like, when I get people to believe the little ridiculous shit I say, it lets me know I'm a great actor. That's what I want to do. I'm going to be really fucking, man, the first drama I get, I am going to fucking kill there. I'm going to give you guys a Heath Ledger as the Joker type of performance. The first chance I get on the big screen with a meaty part, no pause. No homo. Nah, I'm talking about a good part that I can really sink my teeth into. I'm going to fucking knock your socks off, okay? It's going to be amazing. Almost as amazing as Uncommon Goods. Now, with the holidays coming, everybody knows that the stores are going to be trash, and most people are going to be buying the same gifts, okay? This is the time where you can really stand out as an awesome gift giver, somebody that thinks outside the box, somebody that's completely creative, okay, with Uncommon Goods. They have so many dope things for you guys, things that you don't even really think of, all right? I just bought an Inkless instant photo and label printer, okay? It's a Bluetooth connected device. It has a roll of paper in there. You can print off pictures. You can print off labels. It's super dope. And I never would have thought of that. I wouldn't have went to Best Buy like, yeah, this is what I need, or been in Target and be like, yeah, I've been thinking about that. I would have never known about this because I just didn't know about it. I also bought, let me show you this other thing. I got this this tray. It's a bathtub tray that swivels. It's a bathtub tray that swivels because Farron loves to take baths and watch her watch her iPad, her favorite show on there, have a glass of wine right there, have some snacks, all of that type of stuff. And I thought this gift was amazing. I just gave it to her like, I think 3 nights ago. She had a very long week. She had this new gig and she's always working. Coming home, she's really tired. So I had ran her a bath, had the Epsom salt in there, had the bubbles in there, had the tray connected to the tub, the wine, the iPad. I did her charcuterie board of M&Ms, pretzels, all her favorite snacks basically, and she absolutely loved it. So these are amazing gifts that you can find at Uncommon Goods, all right? You're supporting artists and small independent businesses. These fine products are often made in small batches. So shop now before they sell out, okay? And get in before that holiday rush. This is the perfect time to do it. These products are high quality, unique, and often handmade or made in the USA. So they have the most meaningful, out of the ordinary gifts anywhere. That's one thing I can promise you. You're going to find, I love the way they section it off too. You got, you can pick from gifts from your brother, your cousin, a boyfriend, a husband, father, and then on the women's side, it has a girlfriend, wife, mother, sister. They got gifts for under $100, under $50, gifts over under $150. So you have so many categories to choose from. Take your time, look through, find some dope stuff, and get some amazing stuff this year for Christmas and all of the holiday season. Now, right now, you can get 15% off your next gift. Go to uncommongoods.com/DIYS. That's uncommongoods.com/DIYS for 15% off. Don't miss this limited time offer, Uncommon Goods. We are all out of the ordinary. They got some dope stuff on there.
Hey, hell yeah. All right.
Hey, I just did this again. I just tried to hit the X on that ad read and make it go down on my computer. I'm so used to being on my phone. I've been reading
you
the
touchscreened
magazine.
it?
Yeah. I've been reading the magazine and tried to zoom in. Like real life.
A physical magazine?
Yes.
Damn.
And I'm out of it.
Technology.
Yeah, man. The best and the worst of it.
All right. This is this next one is sad. It's definitely sad, but there's a lot of context behind it. So
Okay.
people are saying that the show Euphoria is cursed.
Okay. I knew that was coming.
The Euphoria Curse.
I knew that was coming. It was just a matter of time.
This is tough. So Kevin Turin, which was a prominent producer that worked on Euphoria, he actually just passed at 44. So rest in peace. We don't know exactly how he died. But since the internet is the internet and they don't care, most of the comments aren't rest in peace, prayers to the family. It's Euphoria's cursed, Euphoria's cursed, we're not getting another season, all that kind of stuff, which sucks when you're tied into something popular. A lot of people they don't care about the death or your family. They're just like, oh man, now we're not gonna get the product. People did that with Kevin Spacey.
Yeah.
When
House of Cards
with House of Cards and stuff. So, I just wanted to start it off by saying, obviously rest in peace and prayers to his family. But this is a crazy show for this to happen to. They say that there was a curse for Glee, which is a little bit more surprising. But this makes me more think of the crazy stuff that was happening while they were filming The Exorcist and stuff that has a negative connotation and is spreading symbolism and stuff to the audience. And I've never seen Euphoria. I hear it's a really great show, but I also hear a lot of people can't watch it because it's kids, and I think they're in high school doing crazy hard drugs and having sex, and a lot of people feel it's weird to watch, even though the actors themselves are of age in some scenarios. They're watching people portray underage sex, and obviously with it being such a content heavy era, and the youth is copying everything. That's a crazy show for this to happen to. It already had multiple pushes. Other cast members died. Some of them even overdosed.
Was there more than just the one character that passed away?
Agnes Cloud.
Yeah.
That was an overdose.
Yes.
And then I don't know. Is this the third person? Not the second?
I think he's the second. I don't know if he's the third. I don't know of anyone else besides the two but I've seen the show and all.
Agnes Cloud is the only one that I'm aware of. But I want to say that his death wasn't the reason for the first push. It wasn't COVID, was it? It was something else?
It was overdose.
What?
No, I'm saying he died from overdose.
No, I'm saying the reason why it was pushed.
The reason why they pushed.
Because he died during that push.
Most recently? Yeah, but the season was already out. It could have been strike related.
I think it was.
I think it was strike related is why they pushed it.
And that's I don't know. I'm kind of I'm in the middle because it's there is a bunch of content like that's leaves a negative impact, but canceling a show about kids doing hard drugs, I guess it's not the end of the world for me.
Bro, this isn't Euphoria is the new age kids. I don't know if y'all ever seen this movie. It came out in 1995. It's a wild ass movie. It's about this teen who has made it his goal to sleep with as many virgins as possible, but he doesn't tell them he has HIV.
That's what kids is about?
Yeah, and it's
holy shit.
And it's with kids. And this is in 95, bro. And it's with kids, and they're going to bodegas and stealing stuff.
Kids, what kind of kids? Like middle school?
Teenage kids, yeah. So it's a wild movie, and I remember seeing this as a kid. I remember seeing this and was it shook me. But I also knew people in my neighborhood that were that reckless. Not saying they had anything, but I knew homies that was just having sex unprotected. Niggas didn't care about condoms and stuff like that. And because of kids, it was a wake-up call for me. And I was like, all right, I'm going to chill. And then mess around, I had a kid. But I still was like, I'm going to chill. I wasn't out there like that because of this movie. And even with the kid that I thought was my kid, even with that situation, I used the condom. So kids still had an impact on me in a positive way, adversely, because I didn't want to be like them. If you haven't seen Kids, I don't know where you can maybe you might be able to YouTube it, like rent it on YouTube, or probably find it on what is it, Amazon Prime and buy it and rent it, something like that. But it's a wild movie, wild movie, bro.
I think Euphoria does a nice job though of depicting addiction, because that's really what it's about. Is Rue, the main character, Zendaya's character, being addicted to narcotics, and I think it shows a really good depiction of the horrors behind that and how it affects everyone around you and not just yourself being an addict.
So what would you say, like, would you say it leans towards, because a lot of people are saying that it glorifies drugs.
It's so much on like the precipice of like you could see it like that, but I don't think that's the intent, and I don't feel that when I'm watching it.
Yeah.
Do you like it?
But,
Do you like the show?
yeah, I mean, it's shot beautifully. It's great actors. It's paced really well. Like the show itself, the way it's just designed in that keeps you captivated and watching the show. Like it's very fun to watch in that. But
Okay.
it's like, should it be? It's always that, like, should this be entertainment or should we be telling people not to be addicted in another way? In that
Bro,
sense?
I mean, one show shows the addiction side, the other shows the selling side. The Wire was all about drug use.
Yeah.
You know, and they were showing kids dropping out and selling dope. Like the kid was trying to do the math problem, and the dude helped him. He's like, all right, you got this many, pills, and you sell this one, you sell that one. How many do you have left? He was like, how the fuck can you get that right and fuck up on this math? He was like, you fuck up the count, you get your ass beat. You know what I mean? So it's just two sides of the same coin, but it's the same thing. Like, and this is what's popping right now. We were talking about this on Zooming with the homies yesterday, how kids have pill parties. And they just grab medicine from their parents' mirror, the bathroom mirror.
Not even if it gets you high or not?
And they put all the pills in a bowl, and people just reach in the bowl and just take stuff.
That's so dangerous.
That is insane. You just take an Advil,
And it doesn't
pretending to be high?
Not like the Advil, not like
the hard
Perks
stuff, yeah.
and
That's in
like
medicine
body.
cabinet?
Although if they came to my house, it would just be Advil.
Yeah, like Perks be in medicine cabinets and
Like
shit?
but when people have injuries on a job or something like that, and they get prescribed that, they go in their parents' bathroom, get the parents prescribed medicine. So not like Tylenol, Advil, Bayer, and shit like
Yeah,
that. They're
Taking a
getting
pill with a
hard
mystery
stuff.
effect is crazy. You don't know what the hell it's going to do to you? Nah, I need to know
Bro,
exactly what
that's
this is.
crazy shit. That's people just would do that. Just link up to have.
I have no interest in pills. It's not even fun to take.
Yeah.
And I think it's also, there's always been an argument that like, oh, the media is teaching kids bad things, and it's not, because if you're a parent and you're teaching your child the right way to do things and they watch Euphoria,
Right.
they're still gonna have that right and wrong and that faculty
Yeah.
of judgment of
Yeah,
this is not real life.
It all boils down to who's watching it. And I think that's what's tough about creating edgy content, is because it can be taken as, like you said, like, holy shit, that's what happens. I'm never gonna do that. And it can also be taken as like, whoa, that's super cool, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And same with hip hop. When hip hop was always getting judged, like, what about the kids that listen to this? And they were just like, what about the parents? You could listen to a song about a dude getting shot and be like, man, I want to stay away from the streets. And I could see somebody being like, I want to get a gun.
Yeah.
So it really just depends on the who is watching it. But I don't know. I would want to just steer clear. I don't know if I could write a show about that.
Hey man. I mean, it's a highly awarded show.
Crazy.
Obviously an audience for it, and it's
wanna
dealing
check it
with
out.
real life issues. That's a real life thing. Not for your boy. Only pills I take is Blue Chew. Okay, and y'all know what I'm all about with that. That Blue Chew right there, that is a cape for my penis. All right, I feel like the super supplier.
Oh, you said
when I
cape.
take a cake.
I thought you said cake.
I
No,
thought he
no,
said
no, no.
cake too.
What?
I was like, that's
not a
new.
cake, Jesus.
That's new.
A cape with a PE on the end.
There you go.
I love Blue Chew. We've been talking about this for years now at this point right now, but just in case we got some new viewers, some new listeners out there, let me tell you what it is. Blue Chew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredient, okay, as Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra, but in a chewable tablet and at a fraction of the cost. You sign up online, all right? That's one of the things. Everything is done online. And after you sign up online, you talk to one of their licensed professionals, and they're going to talk to you, ask you a couple questions, make sure you're not on anything that could, react wrong with the Blue Chew. And once you get that, it arrives to your doorstep in days, all right? In a discreet box. You ain't got to worry about nobody being in your business. You ain't got to go to no pharmacy, go pick it up. People like trying to start up a conversation with you. Long day. What you getting today? Get out of my business, all right? This is amazing. I love it. Me and Pat have been supporters of Blue Chews for years. I did not need Blue Chew when I started taking Blue Chew. I just wanted to see what it was like. And once I saw the results, I was like, I'm not going back. I'm not going back. I'm rocking with the Blue Chew until the end of time. I absolutely love it. The process, like I said, is super, super simple. The licensed medical providers are super quick when they set up the meeting with you, or either call it or email you. It is a super simple process, and it comes to your house every month as scheduled. All right, you have options to how much you get every month, as well as the strength of it every month. You get to go from there. And if ever you need to like pause it or freeze it, there's no maximum amount of time you have to stay there. If you just need to freeze it for a month or two, you can do that. I've had to do that because I was like, oh man, I got a lot because I've been busy this past month. I'm gonna be busy next month. I'm gonna freeze my account and I'll start it back up in 2 months. That is absolutely okay, and I absolutely love that as well. So, as always, I'm encouraging. Fam, you need to try this out, fellas. This is perfect time, right? If you're looking kind of short on the present side, you know what I'm saying? Maybe give us something that she already had, but on another level. You feel me? So, Blue Chew wants you to have the best sex that you can have as well. And we got a special deal for our listeners. You get to try Blue Chew free when you use the promo code DIYS at checkout. Just pay $5 for shipping. That's BlueChew.com, promo code DIYS to receive your first month free. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. We thank Blue Chew for sponsoring this podcast, and I thank them personally for making my bedroom time a little better. Now, damn that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I've had some crazy nights with Blue Chew. I ain't gonna hold you.
Blue Chew is nice.
Hey,
Blue Chew is a great time.
Hold you.
Blue Chew is a great time.
It's a great time, man.
Speaking of a great time,
Ooh, what we got?
it's time for the conspiracy corner.
Oh, yes. We're back.
We are back. This is an LA local story.
Mm-hmm.
So, recent headline. I feel kind of bad for what LA has become. I feel like it's just it's horrible now. It's ghetto. People I tell that I'm from LA, they used to be like, "What? Awesome, sunny, Hollywood," and now literally like the last person I told I was from LA was just like, "Damn!" Like being from there, like. How is it growing up and seeing what it's become now? I'm like, damn. So LA is it's crazy. I went to a fashion show this weekend where the models got robbed. It's
At the show you were at?
At the show I was at. Somebody went back and robbed the models just like they robbed
The football team.
the football team, Colorado, when they came out here.
Damn.
Pretty insane. LA is a lot going on. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so the conspiracy going on is going on with the LAPD. Apparently, in the LA County Sheriff's Department.
Whatever it is, they did it.
No, they definitely did it. 4 sheriff's employees died by suicide in 2 days.
Yeah, I just saw that headline. I didn't get a chance to click on it.
Now, I know that cops just overall have a high suicide rate. They have to deal with a lot. But people are looking at this like, interesting. So this was what happened. Authorities discovered 3 of the 4 victims on Monday, the first of whom was found dead in Valencia. Just more than 2 hours later, they found the second victim in Lancaster. They discovered another body in Stevenson Ranch, and then the 4th victim was located at a hospital in Pomona, where he was pronounced dead. Authorities are not sure what caused the sudden deaths, but the department did release a statement on Tuesday night. We are stunned to learn of these deaths, and it has sent shockwaves of emotion throughout the department as we try and cope with the loss of not just 1, but 4 beloved active and retired members of our department family. During these trying times, it's important for personnel, regardless of rank or position, to check on the well-being of other colleagues and friends. So that's true. I think that just like the Euphoria guy dying, a lot of times people jump over the fact that it's just, something that could just happen and is sad, and go straight to the whole like, what about Euphoria? So stuff like this is like I said before, this could just be a thing where cops have a higher suicide rate and it just happened like this. But on the other hand, I feel like a piece of you is always like, is this related?
Because it was the same day, right? You said
2 days.
same within 2 days.
Same 2 days, 4 people.
All suicide.
All suicide. Different cities though. But I don't know if they were able to find like a connection. Everybody in the comments are saying one of two things. Either they did something they weren't supposed to do, or they're about to expose something that they're not supposed to.
That's where my thought went. My thought train was like somebody was going to expose them.
Yeah,
Right.
They had a ring going on or something like that, and somebody was about to expose them. They chose to take that route.
And it had to be, I mean, for it to be that bad, it must have been, if that's the case, pretty bad for them to take their own life instead of letting it come to light and deal with that.
Well, I mean, do you think it's possible? Because I think the scariest thing I've learned on this show was the confirmation that not only does this happen, but there are contraptions that the government uses to make people look like they killed themselves.
Yeah.
Like even like the jacket that has them go like that, so that forensically, if they shoot themselves, even though if they're forced to, it looks like it was self-inflicted.
Yeah.
So knowing that that's like a thing, I forget the dude who got that weird message saying like you're gonna be like self-suicided or forced suicide. It was like a term for it. So it could be something where they were about to expose something about the department and were forced to do that to themselves.
That's true.
You know?
Possible.
Like I see the way out like a way out because that happens all the time too. But I feel like since it's the police,
And
there's
because
some
it,
stuff
and
involved.
would all 4 people do it if they were all part of the same thing? Like that's also the thing that if it
Right.
was someone bigger doing this to them, feels a little more plausible than the 4 of them.
Especially
agreeing
at
to
the
do it.
same time, you
Yeah.
know. And if they weren't together, you'd think that if it was like a pact or something,
Yeah.
they would be in
And
some type of vicinity to
It's
each
so
other.
easy if it's ruled as suicide that there's no further investigation.
Right.
needed. It just ends there.
And then you could pretty much wrap it into like it's a crazy job, LAPD, and then the stats. Look at the suicide rates. So, like I said, to triple down on it, could this be just something that happened? Absolutely, but I don't know. It's LA
it's
we're
always-
talking about.
If it had been one cop, maybe 2, right? But with 4 of them, I'm sure they're
insane.
combing through emails, text messages, all of that to see if it was influenced by some outside force. But if it was an inside job with the cops
Then they're
and they
not doing
closed it
anything.
already, that's kind of telling. That's kind of telling.
Yeah.
Because it seems like organizations like this are more united in the corruption. Like I used to think that it was like cops for the most part was like an organization trying to do good and it had like pockets of corruption.
No.
But like when you do more research, it's like, oh, it's like an overarching
There's-
corruption
the
with pockets of
are
good,
the good people.
honest.
Yeah.
The overarching thing is bad.
Which is why when these crazy things happen where it's like the cop obviously used police brutality, obviously like did the wrong thing, they're usually supported as opposed to the opposite, you know. So I think that if this was something, I'm fonder of the idea of them about to do something bad with the organization and the organization retaliated as opposed to like 4 cops messed up and they kill themselves because like look at all the cops who've done horrible things on camera and they're fine now.
I feel like cops wouldn't kill themselves for like being outed for taking drugs or something like that. Because like somebody in the comments, Sherry asks, do they still get pensions if they committed suicide?
I hope for their family's sake that they do.
Right?
Yeah, for every job, I wonder that.
Yeah.
That would also be like if it was say it was the overarching organization doing this, they would probably keep that inactive just so nobody else is suspicious or comes after anything else to keep everybody happy, and them content as well.
I've heard crazier things happening. I watch Narcos.
I would not be surprised by any of this, bro.
The amount of political information I get from Narcos is kind of embarrassing. But I feel like if there's a grain of truth in there where it's just like, oh, that's a...
I mean, I think it is. I think anything like any one of those shows right there, they show you like supposedly how this was done and supposedly this is what is. I think it's all based rooted in some truth, some
History,
amount
yeah.
of truth. You know what I mean? So, yeesh.
Yeah, I know, right? Especially, and it's this city. It's just like, damn, there's so much crazy shit going on around us. That's why I just be in the house.
Man, a good watch if you haven't already peeped it is The Fall of the House of Usher. It's on Netflix.
Everyone's talking about that.
Is it good? Okay.
8 episodes. It's a good show. It's a good watch, quick watch. I think I knocked it out in like a day and a half. Me and Farron were locked in. She
It's
started
like front to back, or there going to be another season?
I don't even know. If it is, I don't know how they're gonna spin it off.
Well, it's an anthology, isn't it? It's because it's part of the whole.
Oh, each episode's different.
Hill House is the first one of that, and it's the ongoing series.
And this
Shut
was
up! This
based
is part
around
of the Hill House and then Bly Manor.
Yeah, it's all part of the same.
Is this a horror?
It's the same like anthology, the way American Horror Story is like each season's its own story with like the same cast.
This one's kind of based around Edgar Allan Poe.
It's
a
horror?
lot of references. It's suspense horror.
Thriller.
Damn, Haunting of Hill House might be my favorite horror series.
I didn't watch that one. Was that one good?
That one
I haven't finished it.
I've probably watched it all the way through 4 or 5 times because I keep putting different people on it.
Yeah.
But
Well, and
it's
they say
fire.
there's hidden ghosts in all the scenes and the shots. So
Same
if you
with
watch
Bly
it more than
Manor.
Once you can pick them out. and
Yeah, there's like I would go to YouTube every single time because there's a whole bunch of stuff like statues move and there's different characters in the back.
Yeah.
But it's fire. It's basically about like these 5 kids that grew up in this haunted ass house, and it goes back and forth between the hauntings themselves and them as adults and how it affected them.
Yeah, it
it's
definitely kind of has that
insane.
feel. It definitely goes back and forth between the past and the present time on this show as well. But it's
I didn't know that was in the same series. Hell yeah.
It's good. If you ain't got nothing to do tonight, knock all 8 of them motherfuckers out tonight. Order food in and chill, and that shit good.
Damn, I can't wait.
I enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed it.
Hour each.
Yeah, about that. Between 48, 56 minutes each.
I think I realized this weekend I'm never gonna catch up content wise.
It's never enough.
Even not just watching everything, obviously, but just watching all the stuff I want to watch. It's not gonna happen.
Bro, if they had did, if the studios had took a year off and the money that they saved from, shoots and all that, they donated that to homelessness or Stop World Hunger, and we were just forced to watch all the content that's already out, we would have been fine.
Catch up year.
I would love that if it didn't
if it didn't affect the actors,
people.
the actors and the writers.
Yeah.
Like
They
if it was
just
a way
got
for
over
us to
that.
get like a stipend each month or something like that.
Oh, I would love just
That would be
We're not putting
amazing.
anything out. Just go into your queue of all the stuff that
It's so much. Like, low key, I slept on Apple for a while. When it first dropped, I would watch a couple things, and then I slept on it. But, it's so much good shit on Apple TV. Silo
I
is
can't.
good as
Well, and now we're about to be overwhelmed because everything that they've been holding off on releasing is just gonna start dropping.
Oh
and-
my
yeah.
God, no,
Bro, all the shit that I've done this year that I haven't been able to talk about, like the Johnson season 3, I'm on 4 episodes of this show. 4. And I have not been able to promote it. And it sucks because it's
That's
like
crazy.
I had good roles where I feel like if that shit had came out on time, I think somebody would have seen me like, yo, this him. We want to work with
You're
him.
still putting
So,
it out, right?
Yeah, I mean the episode still aired. I just couldn't promote it.
Oh, see, that's the worst part is they still put it out and then you can't do anything about it.
is
so
that
you
what
don't
was
be able
going
to-
on?
Yeah.
Yeah, we just
For
couldn't
network
promote anything
TV,
that we were
yeah, I'm
in
sure that's what they do.
on any movies or any networks. We couldn't promote it, but the shit still came
That's
out.
why people were saying I couldn't say Netflix for so long, but
Yeah,
Netflix.
man. So
That's
it is
tough.
what it is. It
That's
is what it
tough.
is. So, but ladies and gentlemen, we reached the end of our podcast. This episode has been amazing rocking with you. Shout out to all of our sponsors. We definitely appreciate y'all. Blue Chew, Factor, Uncommon Goods, Priz Picks. Thank you guys so much for supporting the show, and thank you guys at home for listening and watching. Don't forget that the podcast is on all the streaming sites, so you can listen to this as well if you're at work or you're driving. You don't want to be able to miss an episode because you're doing something, you still want to listen. You guys can listen to us anytime, day and night.
Audio.
And we're on all the streaming sites for audio, so please
Listen to our
listen.
voices.
Run that up, okay? The description for all of the ads and all the goodies and all the giveaways are all in the description box as well, so
to us
you
at
still take advantage of
school.
that. You know what I mean?
Choose us over your education.
Choose us over your education. The hidden messages. As always, I'm Tahir Moore.
I'm Patrick Cloud.
We'll see you on the next episode of Damn Internet, You're Scary.
Black Shirt Gang.
Peace, guys.